Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today let's take a look at the 2026 Dodge Charger. This is the four-door Scat Pack. It's finished off in After Dark, which has a green and purple hue to it, and with options, MSRP is hovering right around $60,000. There's a four-door and there's a two-door, and you have several trim levels depending on what you would like out of your muscle car. Now, with this being a muscle car, it is powered by a 3-liter twin-turbo inline-6. This is a high-output engine paired to an 8-speed automatic. Pumps out 550 horsepower, 531 pound-feet of torque. This is primarily all-wheel drive. However, there are some rear-wheel drive options, allowing it to do 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds, has a top speed of 177 miles an hour. Now, as we take a look at the exterior styling, you'll notice some of the 1960s heritage emblems just to pay tribute. There's this entire light-up LED bar along with the sunken-in design for the headlights and high beams. This has a forward camera, parking sensors, and a sensor for distance pacing. Lots of cutouts as well, some gloss black accents, and then a functional heat extraction vent that says 6-pack on it for the engine. This also has 20-inch wheels, they're 11 inches wide, and it features Brembo brakes. For this 4,800-pound sedan, those are definitely very needed. You'll notice the Scat Pack emblem, carbon fiber for the mirror caps, there's a camera too, and this has a full moonroof. It is fixed glass, so there's no opening sunroof portion. But you'll notice, compared to some of the previous generations, there's some of the design elements within this all-new body style. It has a much different rear-end design because this is now a hatchback. Now, this has a large gloss black spoiler. There's the backup camera, LEDs, the parking sensors. Charger is also stamped in the lower section, and this has remote start. So let's take a listen. For not being a V8, it has a good sound to it. Now, you can also use the key fob or the control on the right side to open up this power hatchback. So this gives you a little bit more practicality to placing items in the back. You have a small storage bin along with a tire inflator there, and you can also fold down the back seats too for more interior space. And then as we take a look at the interior, you do have these sunken-in aerodynamic designs for the door handles. This model has lots of carbon fiber. You'll notice the electronic release, storage down below, and then lock and unlock. Now, these seats also have a mixture of leather and Alcantara, and then you can fold them pretty much flat to place in some larger items. And then at 5'10", I have a good bit of space. You'll notice the cutouts in those sporty seats. There's also storage pockets. You get heated seats, auxiliaries, and vents. And I have about an inch or so of headroom between the Alcantara headliner. Now, this also has the armrest with cup holders, and you'll notice a pretty big pillar there. But driving this the last couple of days, I haven't had any issues with this design. So from the interior, it's much easier to see. Now, you also notice this control here is how you lock the vehicle. Then you can just reach in and grab the door handle to unlock it. You have more of the carbon fiber. There's also the ambient lighting, so that will light up at night. More storage in the lower section, and then your front doors have a manual release. You also have automatic seats, including the leg support, and a neat design for the inserts here. As we start this back up, you get leather for the steering wheel, paddle shifters, volume and tuning underneath that. There's cruise control settings, and then you also have adjustments for the digital gauge cluster. So you can go through quite a lot of information, just depending on which mode you are in here and the amount of information you need to go through. You have the head-up display, messages, even your screen setup, so you can configure that. And then you can get into a lot of the performance information. So from the factory, you are ready to go, and you can monitor all of this, which is very helpful. You can also adjust the information that you would like to see. So just depending on what you're doing for the day, you have a few settings within that. This also has an automatic steering wheel, so you have adjustments to go through that. Now, there's the hood release along with all of the headlights, dimmer switch for the gauges, more Alcantara. There's an air vent, that head-up display, and then with the infotainment system, you have a lot to go through. So there's this split view here, so you can customize those as needed. You can get into media, along with all of the climates, even the heated seats, ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, which are also located on the sides. And then you can get into your phone when that's paired, and under vehicle, you have a lot more to go through. So there's all the settings to adjust. You have a few more controls. Under dashboard, this is how you can get into some of this performance information. So again, for a factory vehicle, you have quite a lot here that you can monitor as needed. You can also get back into your race options, so you can get into line lock for burnouts. You have launch control as well, and then you also have driving modes, so you can go through these and customize them as needed. You also have various apps to get into, and then a shortcut to the navigation. Now underneath that, there's your fan speed, temperature, some defrosters as well. You get more vents, engine start stop, parking sensors, lane keeping assist, traction control, launch control. Then you have auxiliaries, wireless charging, and storage. There's this fighter jet design for the shifter where you have a lot of angles here that you can quickly go through. Now you also have another angle with the turn signal. So that way you don't have any blind spots to your left or right. You have that full screen view, which is nice. You have the e-brake with cup holders, an auxiliary, and the armrest, locking glove box, and then your rear view. You get a sunglass holder, there's dome lights, call buttons. You also have the rear hatch and then garage door buttons too. And then, like I said, while that is a pretty big pillar, daily driving, it really hasn't been an issue. With the side mirrors correctly positioned, I haven't had any issues. And so it's still in sport mode. We are not doing launch control, but in second gear, here we go. Again, shifts are super quick, and this definitely has some power to it. It handles well, and it sounds really good too. Now there's an active exhaust system within the vehicle, but there's no settings to change it. So when you go between sport mode and auto or custom, you can actually change it within here, within those driving modes. So I guess you do have those options to go with the custom mode there and get through everything. You also have the option of going with rear wheel drive. So if you want to have a little bit more fun, you can get into more of those custom settings with your steering, the paddle shifters as well. So you have a little bit to go through to make this a very sporty and fun sedan. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the latest Charger. And I think it's really fun. Like I said, the last couple of days driving this, it's been really cool. Everything is easy to get used to. I will say, I like that Dodge has put more controls down below. A lot of people do complain about everything being in the screen, but I think it would have been nice to see maybe a separation with these controls. It's one entire panel, so you just have to kind of push where you think you are going and go from there. So maybe individual would have been a little bit nicer. That is my only complaint with this vehicle, driving it the last couple of days. It's definitely fun, very unique looking, and it's still keeping some of that Dodge heritage with its design, some of the emblems and things like that. So super comfortable vehicle, something that you can absolutely daily drive. You do have the option of going with the EV if you would like, but with this engine and this performance and power, this is a fun vehicle. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2026 Dodge Charger 4-door Scat Pack. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up. Consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads, and I will see you all in the next video.